Right now. Bam, here we go. Welcome everybody. This is the Family Cash Machine. This is Eric Vaughn, and it's time for our daily Family Cash Machine chat. And got a lot of people here. We're getting a lot of strength and value and volume, and we're building a great team here. I see this thing started about 2 years ago, and it's growing a lot of momentum. And first, momentum grows inward, and then it grows out. It's energy, and we're creating the energy and momentum right now to do some great things in this cryptocurrency space. And I think that this is one of the best teams out there that you guys can sign up with, that is going to put a lot of emphasis on information, not money so far, but information. And yes, it is about money. We teach about money. We teach you to master money. We teach you what money is, the history of money, but it's the information that pulls the money and not the money that pulls itself. No, it's information, it's energy. Money is pure energy. When you go to work every day and work a job, you're putting your energy and time as a return or exchange for money. But we're training minds, we're training people's minds to be able to master money, to understand money on another level, and to be able to maneuver in this economic world that's changing. And it's not like how it used to be some 20, 30 years ago in the industrial revolution, because now we're in more of a technological revolution. So all of you guys who are still thinking in an industrial revolution type of mindset, you're going to be left behind within this next 5, 10 years. You're going to end up becoming an economic, could you guys mute, please mute. You're going to end up becoming what I call a financially extinct. And we laughed about that last week and said, you know, try telling your girlfriend that you're financially extinct. I don't think she'll want to date you anymore. Okay, I muted everybody. So if you guys come on the call, anybody is going to be automatically muted here. And with subject today we're going to talk about is all the major players are in the game. What are you waiting for? And we've been putting this message out for the last couple of years. I'm sitting here at the Grove. Many people have been in Los Angeles know what the Grove is. This is in Beverly Hills, pretty much right behind the CBS studios. It's a great place to be. People from all over the country come here, all over the world, actually. You got different people from different ethnicities that come here. I hear so many different languages standing right here, sitting right here, and so many interesting people from different walks of life. It's just a place to be for cryptocurrency. How about that? Hey, I'm a rapper now. It's the place to be for cryptocurrency, because this is one of the most diverse knowledges that you would ever find in your life, one of the most diverse industries, because it's dealing with money. And money is the thing that every person all around the world, no matter what religion, no matter what ethnicity, what country, we all have in common is money. And there's so many different currencies around the world. We have now a technology. And now technology itself is entering and disrupting the industry of money. And those of you who think it's a joke and think that this is not going to work, that's what this subject is about today. All the major players are in the game. What are you waiting for? I want to start off by sharing a couple of different notes here. I'm just going to screen through some information here. Let me see if I can shrink the screen, because there's something that I wanted to read on the internet right here. I can't get to my screen. 1 second, guys. Let me see if I can shrink this a little bit. Always when I'm live, I'm having difficulties. Let me see. Okay, how am I gonna do this? 1 second. Oh no, that's not it. 1 second, guys. I think I got to do that first, and then I might have to share my screen. Yeah, I might have to share my screen. Let's see here. Okay, 1 second. I don't have to share my screen. How about that? I already know this information. I'm just going to shoot from the dome, from the top of the dome. I live, eat, drink, and sleep cryptocurrency and this industry. I know what's going on. And so check this out. We're just going to go down the line. About a year and a half ago, Walt Disney purchased or invested over $1 billion in the cryptocurrency space, in the blockchain, because the blockchain will better help them as far as what they call intellectual properties. It will automatically, autonomously copyright things, save them billions of dollars on attorneys, billions of dollars on accountants, recording documents, and all this different stuff that they trademarking. And so they invested over $1 billion in the cryptocurrency blockchain technology industry, which is what the Family Cash Machine is teaching right now. And also, we have a situation where the Chicago Mercantile Exchange decided to start trading options with Bitcoin. Then we have a situation where JP Morgan was talking really bad about cryptocurrencies. And now I just read today that JP Morgan and Chase is backing some blockchain token that they're trying to release in some ICO. And yesterday we read where MasterCard was actually now trying to get involved in the Bitcoin validation process. And they have basically purchased some type of access to the open source code so they can be able to get in this big transaction of money, this transition of money. And so all the major players are in the game. What is wrong? Why are you taking so long to get in? And you guys know who I'm talking about out there. I'm not talking to the Family Cash Machine because we've been doing this over 2 years. I'm talking to all your cousins, and I'm talking to your uncles and your nieces and your brothers and your sisters, and some of you guys husbands and some of you guys wives. I'm talking to them because they're still sitting on the sideline waiting for us to fail at what we're doing and trying to make certain excuses why they're not trying to learn this thing. And all the players are in the game. Bill Gates has spent over $800 million in this industry so far, and he has his own company in the cryptocurrency space. He has a he has his own crypto, not really crypto, but he has a software or a DApp that's in the cryptocurrency space. And he's invested a lot of money in Ethereum. We got people from hedge funds, major hedge funds, individuals from Wall Street now in this industry, like Mike Novogratz. We have the guy that owns American Virgin, John McAfee, heavily in the cryptocurrency business. We have the Wackenboss twins, who actually Stratus. That's the thing, Dave. Stratus. That's the name of Bill Gates' company, Stratus. And that's also the Wackenboss twins we have from Facebook, the ones who actually sued Facebook for $300 million. They're now heavily in the cryptocurrency space. They have an ETF right now being trying to get the ETF approved through Wall Street. They've been doing this for a long time. They've been in the Bitcoin space pretty much since it started. Then we also have, we're just doing a roll call right now. We also have Shamit. I can't pronounce his last name. Most people can. He laughs about that fact too. It's a real long last name, Periella Nella. But you guys know him. He owns the Golden State Warriors. He was one of the investors in Facebook. He's a billionaire. He's heavily involved in cryptocurrency. I mean, we can go on and on and on, man. This thing is like JP Morgan. I just said JP Morgan. Goldman Sachs now is in the cryptocurrency space. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? What are you guys waiting for? I mean, nobody's going to invite you to make money. It just doesn't work like that. I'm sorry. When a person is making money and they're doing good and they got their thing going and they're working and they're growing and they're expanding, they're not going to take time to come and explain this stuff to you. And so you might as well join the Family Cash Machine. Find out who's on the Family Cash Machine. Find your way on this team. We do have a website, The Family Cash Machine. There's free lessons there. Right now, they're working. You can take some free lessons and just start getting your mind prepared for cryptocurrency and start learning. Now, I'm out here every day. I've been out here talking for the last couple of days, and there's a lot of people coming up to me. I say, hey, man, what did you do? What did you do? I've had 5 or 6 people come up to me before I started today and ask me what I do. The last place I was talking in front of Coffee Bean in West Los Angeles, where I saw Tom Cruise one day in that area for 18th and La Cienega. The people there also, the same response. They hear certain words, they watch me, they know that I'm talking about money, and they hear certain keywords that trigger them to be interested. Now, unfortunately, none of these people are my African-American descendants, and most of them are other descendants of other ethnicities, but I don't mind. If a person is interested, I'll share this with you. But I started this mainly so I can touch my people, because my people are always left out. They're always left out when they're not, what did I say? They're not left out, they're X'd out. And so I started this channel so you guys could have access to this information free. But it's not going to be free all the time. In fact, some of the more detailed information is not free, because you're not going to get it free from anyone else, because it's time. Someone has to take their time to give you guys the detailed information. But guess what? There's no investment better than the investment you're going to make on yourself. There's not, you can't go wrong on an investment that you make on yourself. In fact, that's the best investment you can ever make in the world, is in you, because you can't lose if you invest in yourself. I spare no cost. Dave will tell you guys when it comes to investing in me. I'm always buying classes. I'm always learning something on online marketing. I'm always learning something on crypto or whatever it is that I'm engaged in. I will spare no cost to learn something, because knowledge is power. And the more you learn, the more you can leverage this information to put yourself in a position to probably make 10 times the amount of whatever you spent to learn what it was that you learned. In fact, some of the things I learned, I actually teach, like corporations and trust funds. I paid a lot of money to learn that stuff, and I teach classes for that stuff. And I can't tell you guys the amount of money that I made in teaching some of the stuff that I paid to learn. So this is what it's all about. Now, we know that we're in a position. I just wrote a book. The ebook is called The Greatest Exchange of Wealth Ever in History. And it is the greatest exchange of wealth. Why? Because this industry has the ability to absorb all the currencies in the world. Cryptocurrency has the ability to absorb the value. I don't want to say the currency, but the value. Because when you exchange something, you're exchanging value. And so when you give someone $1 or $10, $100 bills, you're exchanging the value of that particular medium of exchange for whatever else of value that you're trying to purchase. That's what really purchases is about. And so when we have gold, or when you have diamond, or when you have any other commodity, basically what you're doing is exchanging value. And so cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, we can't forget Bitcoin Cash, they have an ability to store value on the internet. And a lot of people are sending me bad emails. Why are you teaching the cryptocurrency? Why you stop teaching credit? You should go back to teaching credit. No, I'm not going to teach you how to get in debt. I'm not going to teach you how to become a master debt holder. I'm going to teach you how to be a master money maker. I'm going to teach you how to accumulate wealth. I'm going to teach you how to accumulate generational wealth. I'm not talking about debt no more. That's over with. That's the old way of thinking. We're thinking about generational wealth. How do I position myself in the cryptocurrency technological industry to position my family for generations to come to absorb wealth in this great exchange of wealth? Now, what do I mean by exchange of wealth? What I mean by exchange of wealth is things are being disrupted right now. So many industries are being disrupted, mainly money. And money needs to be disrupted. Now, let me tell you guys something. I have a client that I'm going to teach a class to, and he wanted to send me some money today. Well, guess what? The Money Cash app gave him problems. So we said, okay, we did that 2 or 3 times. So then we turned around and he sent me some money on MoneyGram. Well, guess what? The MoneyGram sent the money back, because I don't know why. I think he didn't have his PIN number to his card, because his card got sent to his mom's house, and he's not at his mom's house right now, but it is his account. So, okay, we say that's for protection. Then he turns around and did something else. It didn't work. It's so hard today to transact and send someone money. We have become accustomed to the difficulties and the obstacles that they set in our way because of identity theft, credit card fraud, and because of fraud in general. We all have got accustomed to this, and it is to protect us, because the old system is so old to where hackers now have just violated and just destroyed the whole way that we usually transact money, through credit cards, through MoneyGram. It's been so much fraud because this system is too old now. Credit cards been out, since what, about the 50s or 60s? So, I mean, it's like 50, 60 years old. I mean, it's time for something new. It's time for something new. I was listening to, when I had my Indian hair store, I had so many fraud cases of people ordering hair from me, and it wasn't the real person's credit card. I just shut down my whole credit cards department, and I just shut it down. And I ended up still owing some money on PayPal for a while because one girl who I actually had some hair ordered, she sent the hair to some address that I guess she wasn't there or didn't live there because the UPS told me nobody lived there. So they brought the hair back to me. She paid for the hair with a credit card. So no big deal. I wasn't thinking about it. So she called me and said, hey, you know, I'm sorry, I missed the delivery. Could you meet me and give me the hair? Oh, sure. She already paid for it. So I'll go meet the girl, give her the hair. Guess what? After she get the hair, she reversed the charges. You can't do that with cryptocurrency. So there's so many problems with this, you know, and I didn't think about taking her name or having her sign something that she got to hair. I wasn't thinking like that because I already had got paid. So these are some of the issues that we're having with our old system of doing things. It's fraud, fraud, fraud. It's so much fraud to where we actually need a new system. And not just fraud, there's so many obstacles because of the fraud now that it's taken us a lot to exchange and to transact. And that's actually hindering and the stimulation of business around the world. So it's time for a new system. And so because this is a system that has the solutions to a lot of the problems that we're facing now in our financial system, it's very profitable. It's going to be very profitable. It's already very profitable now, and this is why all those big names I just gave you guys are in this industry because they understand money, they understand technology. Most of the people I just mentioned, they make their money from technology or from trading money. It's like Goldman Sachs, J.P. Morgan, all these big companies here, of course, the Chicago Board of Exchange and the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. All of these entities are about money, and so they're going to follow the money, and all we got to do is follow them. It's just that simple. And so, you know, Dave got a disturbing little email from a family member yesterday saying that, oh, you guys are going to lose your money in the crypto. You're going to lose all your money. What are you guys are going to see? You're going to lose your money. And I'm sitting here just laughing like, Dave, why don't you show him, you know, Goldman Sachs is in this, Chicago Mercantile Exchange. You got now the MasterCard trying to get involved. Visa is involved already because we all have these cards by Visa. This a BitPay card, this Visa is got in this thing now. So, I mean, these people, there's $700 million mining facility getting ready to start in New York. New York is getting ready to start a $700 million Bitcoin mining facility. Do you think all of this stuff is happening because they're going to lose money? Do you think all of these financial analysts and all of these huge investor corporations are getting involved in this to lose money? Oh, but guess what? Our family members are saying we're going to lose all our money. I guess they know more than all these people who have already made billions and all of these people who are positioning themselves to sink their claws in this industry. And so that's what's going on. You know, it's like, hey, all you got to do is follow the money, man. It's just that simple. You don't have to be a rocket science. You don't have to be as smart as Bill Gates. All you got to do is follow what Bill Gates is doing, and you know you're going to be in a right position. But in the family cash machine, you're not just following. We're actually teaching you. We're teaching you guys what this is about, how the money is being made, how the technology works, what makes this work, what makes this valuable, and what is value? What is value? How do you accumulate value? What makes money valuable? These are the type of things we teach you guys in the family cash machine. These are the type of things they don't want you to know. They don't teach you about money in school. You don't. There's nowhere they teach you really what value is. They don't teach you that in school. They don't teach you in church. Church doesn't teach economics, and economics needs to be taught in the church. But they want that. They want you to give, but they're not teaching you to master money. And they should be teaching this in churches. And a lot of people say, well, we separate church from state. Well, that's not true because all these senators, they make a point to go to the church. So you guys are already violated that. So why not teach money? So it's just not making sense to me. You know, colleges are not teaching you really about money. And even some of the kids that get degrees in economics cannot tell you basic things about how global economics work. They can't tell you the basic things about what give money value, what makes money currency or money. What is money and currency? What is the difference? The average economic masters cannot teach you that. These are the type of stuff that we teach you guys. We give you the bottom line basics. So with the basics, with the common sense basics, you're going to look like a genius, because this is the things that people are not being taught. They don't want you to know about money because they keep you in ignorance when it comes to what money is, and that's how they dominate you. That's how they manipulate you. That's how they control you. Okay, so we're teaching freedom. We're teaching people how to escape that whole matrix of money manipulation. And that's what we're teaching you guys. And so you can be in control of your own financial destiny. And that's the only way you're going to be able to create generational wealth. You got to first learn what money is, and then you got to learn the definition of decentralization versus centralization. Understand fully what centralization entails, because that's the system that we're under. And then from there, grab advantage and take advantage of this technology that is amassing a huge momentum. And all the major corporations are, and it's funny because JP Morgan months ago was, oh, that's a fraud. Cryptocurrency is no good. It's a scam. But now they're digging their claws in. What does that tell you? This is the strategy. This is a strategy of money making people for years. They've always, that's the game. You know, when you go somewhere and they tell you, oh, that ain't worth nothing, but then when you leave, they go try to buy it. That's the biggest game in the world. Hey, anybody with any kind of street knowledge, you can't fool them with that, you know, but the people are fooled by the media. Now, I just told you guys last week, they had the funeral. CNBC had a funeral for Bitcoin, and they said they was not talking about Bitcoin no more. Well, guess what? They had an article on there yesterday because we had took off $20 billion in this industry came in 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, this industry made $20 billion. Okay, so they talked about it. So they're lying. They're going to continue to talk about it, and they're finding out now that all these huge corporations are silently trying to come into this industry. But guess what? I want to make sure you little guys, the little people, are not left behind, because there's plenty of room for you to get in this with not a whole lot of revenue, and start positioning yourself, grabbing little bits of value here and there that could surmount to huge amount of value. Okay, so that's what this is all about, guys. Don't get left behind. Remember, nobody's going to come in the hood and teach you guys none of this. Nobody is going to invite you to their money-making strategies. They're just not. And so you got to take the initiative to learn this yourself. You have to take the initiative to go cross-reference what I'm talking about. Don't just take my word. Don't take the Family Capturing word. Watch our free, come to the FamilyCapturing.com and watch those free videos that we have, and start getting a little receptive to the change that's getting ready to happen. Now, I told this team the other day, anybody that's having a child right now, I guarantee you, let's say you're having a child this summer. I guarantee you, when that child is 18, they will already have been using cryptocurrency for 5 years, because they're going to be using it in the video games. Okay, when they're 12, 13, they're going to be using it. And so by the time they get 18, they've already been using cryptocurrencies for 5 years. So what does that mean? That means that they're used to sending money or value to someone and receiving it in seconds. They're used to hitting the button on their phone and bam, they got their money within seconds, without no ID, without any 20 questions. Who's your mother, your mother's maiden name, and all that other stuff, without their social. Okay, so now they've been doing this for 5 years already. So by the time they get 18, and then they walk in the bank, and then the guy at the bank says, I need your ID. He's looking at him strange. He pulls out his ID, and then try to explain to that kid 3 business days for this check clears. Try to explain that to a guy who's used to getting money instantaneously. He's gonna grab his ID and politely walk out of there, and he's gonna call mom and say, Mom, you guys actually went for that stuff? And I'm gonna tell you guys something else is gonna probably shock you. If you're having a child right now, this summer, that child will probably never have a driver's license. That's where technology is going, because we're gonna have this artificial intelligence driving us around. It's already being done now. It's already being worked out through the technology that backs Bitcoin, which is blockchain technology and decentralized ledgers. This stuff is happening. So you got to learn this now. You have to learn this now. It's imperative if you want to survive in the next 10 years, if you not just survive, but thrive. If you want to prosper, you must learn this industry right now, or you're going to end up being what I said at the beginning of the video, financially extinct, like the dinosaurs. And that don't sound like a good term to me, financially extinct. I'm not trying to be financially extinct. I know you guys are not either. So again, the big boys, the major players are in the game right now. What's holding you back? What's stopping you guys? We're giving away free classes right now. It's no excuse. But you know, it's just funny that some people, they sit back and they want to see you fail. It's like, could you imagine somebody sitting back saying the internet is going to fail? What are you guys doing? You guys are investing in that thing called internet. That's going to fail. That's not going to be anything. That's the position you're taking right now with cryptocurrency, because this is the internet of money. This is money creating its own internet. And so you guys who are betting against it, you in a bad position right now. And you're not going to win. You're going to get steamrolled over. And so if you can't beat them, you need to join them. You need to learn this before this consumes the world, and position yourself to change your life, change your family's life, and change your entire reality of economics by mastering this thing. If not, guess what? You're going to sink right with this American dollar. All of these fiat currencies are sinking now. Don't take my word for it. Just go look at it. Go look at the Dow Jones. Go look at the S&P 500s over the last 3-4 months. It has hit an all-time low since it has never hit since 1987 or 84. And it's just continuing to get worse and worse and worse. Now, unemployment is at the highest it's ever been in America. But you know what? America is crafty. What they've learned to do is change the dynamics of the definition. So what they did, and it's right now I was reading an article about, I think it was in Europe. In Europe, they have, I think, a 17% unemployment rate right now. In a couple other countries, they got a very high unemployment rate. An American unemployment rate, what we did is we've learned how to manipulate the numbers. So what they did is when the unemployment rate went up so high, what they did is stop counting the people who have been searching for jobs for over a year. They just took them out the count. So it changes the numbers. Other countries haven't caught up with that yet, that little sneaky little technique that America does. But I'm telling you guys, the unemployment rate is way higher than what you guys even know it is, because anybody who's been searching for a job over a year, they just decided to take them right out of the statistics. And so they don't show up. So what about the guy who's been looking for a job for 2 years and he's still looking for a job? He's not even in the equation anymore. So those numbers that you guys are seeing don't even reflect the real numbers, because we added that little trickerization in there. And other countries eventually may do that to throw the numbers off. But I'm telling you guys, those numbers are way worse than they are. But we live in a society, we live in a technological realm where you can create your own financial destiny, but you got to recreate your thinking. You got to recreate yourself, and you got to redefine yourself. But first, you got to redefine what money is. You have to understand the real definition of it, and then redefine your position in this technological world where this money is now being disrupted by technology. So what you waiting on? I don't know what you guys are waiting on. It's the time right now. It couldn't be a better time to get into this industry. It couldn't be a better time to get in this industry right now, because, and I'm not begging you, I don't need you guys in this industry. This is just something that in my heart, I'm passionate about, making sure my people don't lose, because you always lose, because you just sitting back waiting for somebody to come and save you, and it's just not going to happen. You got to save yourself. And God is steady putting people in your path to help you, but you're just sitting back mocking what we're doing. You're sitting back trying to find something wrong with it instead of seeing what's right with it. You're not opening up your mind. Just open your mind up and just research for yourself. All these big corporations are not coming into this for nothing. I've been saying this for the last 2 years. What are you waiting on? What are you waiting on? Again, nobody's going to come and help you in your community. Nobody's going to come and drag you out and pull you in Bill Gates' office and show you how he's doing what he's doing. It's just not going to happen. And so we have to take control of our own financial destiny. We have to redefine what's going on, because no one has a lock on knowledge. No one. You guys can come and study this right along with us and start learning this. And when you start learning, I'm telling you, it's just gonna explode in your mind. You're just gonna be so excited, and you're gonna really start searching for more information and more information, because you're learning the things that they never wanted you to learn about money, about finance, about transactions, about payments, about global economy. All of this stuff connects, and it's not as hard as they tried to make it sound. And all these economic gurus give all these matriculated words. It's not that hard at all. It's just basically add and subtract. It's basically common sense. And the more common sense that you get, the more economics, the more you're going to prosper. Because you're not going to just get that knowledge just to have the knowledge. You're going to use it. You're going to utilize it to catapult yourself into another financial position. I guarantee you will, because you're going to be seeing how you can connect the dots. And as you learn more, you are going to be able to connect more dots. And it's just that simple. So again, you guys, cryptocurrency space is wide open. We're here, the Family Cash Machine, to teach whoever wants to learn this. Come to the Family Cash Machine, like that video right there, click like, go to thefamilycashmachine.net or .com and take those free classes that we just put up for you guys. And if you like and want more, we have more for you, but you got to get it in degrees. You got to get it a little bit at a time, because you got to eventually kind of transcend and shift your thinking from how you were trained to think about money. Everything you was taught about money is wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrong. So we got to retrain how you think about money. And it's exciting to learn about money. I like money. I don't know about you guys, but I can't do nothing without money. So what better subject to study and learn than money? And so with that, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and open up to the Family Cash Machine for a few questions and answers. I'm working off my phone. Hey, I'm doing good. I got 26%. I'm still doing good. I started with 28%. And I'm going to go ahead and open up for a few questions and answers from the Family Cash Machine member. We got all our core members here on the phone. Not all of them, but we got quite a few Family Cash Machine core members here. And I see Ja Money. What's up, Ja? I see Ja on here. One of our great minds here on the Family Cash Machine. What's up, Ja?
Hey, what's going on, E? How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, man. Let me see if I can switch over, because Ja got a nice little logo there. That's what I'm talking about, you guys. If you guys can put up a picture on your profile, or it don't have to be a picture of you or a picture of something, then I could show everybody when I do some of these webinars. Go ahead, Ja. What's going on, man? What you been up to?
Just constantly doing my little meetings. Right now, I don't know if I had explained to you that I charge about $100 a session. I don't go too hard. Just giving them the fundamentals if they watch the videos and stuff like that. And just kind of get people mindset. They'll pay the 100, but sometimes I follow up with them and they don't watch the videos, and I don't waste my time there. And I'll follow up again, and then I would encourage them, and I would show them where the cryptocurrency was and what they could have gained if they would have acted on the initial investment that I would tell them. Understand? So it's a process, and I noticed that it is building a following, and that's all going to be geared towards the Family Cash team. So I'm just excited about that.
All right, Ja Money, no problem. I want to tell everybody that Ja is charging $100 to teach people cryptocurrency. That's no money. That's like $100. You spend that on, some of you guys spend that on what's called Mary Jane. So $100 is nothing to learn something that can change your whole dynamics of how you make money, how you look at money, and how you understand money. That's nothing. And he's getting some great momentum with that. But at the same time, I wanted to talk a little bit about what we talked about yesterday with Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. Of course, Bitcoin is the grandfather of all of them. And Bitcoin, as we watched the video yesterday in the debate with Roger Ver, and his name was Samson Gao, something. And so I wanted to say this, that we're still going to use Bitcoin, of course, because Bitcoin is a stored unit of value, and Bitcoin is something they're trying to create more value. And I think that because it was the first one, it's going to end up being like the first Ford created. It's going to create an enormous amount of value. But for exchanges, everyday exchanges, and I would use Bitcoin Cash because the fees are lower and the transactions are faster. And so if you want to do some quick exchanges, if you want to purchase something, or if you want to transact money on the internet, I would use Bitcoin Cash for that. So we're still going to use them both, you know. I just like us to understand the argument between the two. One is more focused on a store of value. The other one is more focused on a store of value and transacting. And the concepts are different. One feels that to not transact as much is not as important as the store of value. And the other one feels, and Roger Ver feels, that to transact more will create more store of value. So it's interesting, their dynamics, but I do feel more so that it needs to be more accessible to everybody. And I do feel that I don't want to get, kicked in the butt every time I transact with fees. I don't like that part either. And I don't want to wait for a week for a transaction to go through. That's ridiculous. That will never become a object of exchange or a medium of exchange that people use in everyday purchases. So that I did want to make that statement to you guys that you can use them both, but just understand the different purposes of them and where the two different schools of thoughts are going, because they're definitely going in different directions. But I would probably, me personally, use Bitcoin Cash for everyday transactions because, of course, it's cheaper and faster. So I'm going to ask Mike Daniels. I think Mike Daniels had something he wanted to add to the team. What's going on, Mike?
Everything's good. What's up, everybody? Yeah, this most definitely. I think with our team, the Family Cash Machine, we're really ahead of the curve. I watched a video maybe about a few months ago. This is with Damon Dash, and he made a statement about it takes about 5 years to build a brand. And if you look at how things have progressed with the Family Cash Machine from 2 years ago to now, it's like light years. And now that the courses are available, now we have something that we can share with people so they can get a better grasp of where we're moving next.
Yeah.
And it's really exciting. I was talking to a friend of mine from my church. He's actually involved. I hadn't seen him in a while. He's involved in cybersecurity for the power company, SoCal Edison.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still, first I just started talking about we just started talking about cybersecurity. Then we just started talking about cryptocurrency. He has a huge interest. So like me, I'm really focused on attracting people that have an interest in it.
Mm-hmm.
I think you made a statement. I think you make a statement at times where you say like follow the money, and that's where you'll find the people that have an interest. So I'm really focused on looking, just looking for people,
right,
just checking their temperature where that in that realm of as far as cryptocurrency. So I'm really excited about it, man.
All right,
man. I already told you, I'm ready to roll.
And I also said, don't waste your time with people that waste your time. And so
exactly.
That's you keep that in mind, because we got something special, man. We got something that's life changing. In the Family Cash Machine, if I gave Neil right now $50,000, which is no money, really, it's not a lot of money. If I gave him $50,000 in this space, oh my God, in a year's time, he could be a millionaire with what he knows. Easy. And I don't know any other industry you could do that. I don't know too many people with 50,000 that just go in real estate and in a year they got $1 million. That's kind of hard to do. I've been in real estate. I'm not saying you won't make no money, but it's just not that fast. It's a lot that you have to do as well. It's not as easy as this industry. But the only thing that's hard about this industry is having the courage to be able to change your mindset and to understand something different about money. Because again, they taught us wrong. And if you watch the movie The Matrix, we are in the Matrix. Not us, but most of the people, when it comes to money, they're in the money matrix that the society set. And they got to take the red pill now. It's time for that red pill.
Right. Right.
And the family
Right.
cash machine is the red pill.
Right. Right. We got a prescription for you.
Exactly. We the red pill. Anybody else want to say something? Thanks, Mike.
It's all good.
And I did want to mention that not only do we got the free course up, uh, we do have courses that we're going to start pre-selling that are up, and then we also have a free ebook for you guys. I think we should add that to the free courses, the free ebook. So we'll add that, me and Dave, because that's something that get the juices flowing, man. We want to give value to people. We really want to give people value, so they'll understand. Man, it's to my advantage to learn this. This is something that's really going to make me better understanding what's going on with these trade wars. All of this stuff is all tying into what we're doing. There was an article that just came out that one of Donald Trump's top advisors is launching his own cryptocurrency. Ain't that something? So again, all the major players is in this. What are the people waiting for? I don't get it. What are you waiting for? So go right ahead. Who's got something else to say next? Anybody want to add before we sign out? I know we got a lot of brilliant people on this call.
Everything good, brother.
Hey,
everything good.
I want you to say that saying again about Muhammad Ali. What'd you say? Say that again.
Oh yeah, that 1-2 KO, brother.
1-2 KO.
Boomaye Ali.
Ali Boomaye.
Yes, sir. And that's where the family cash machine is at, man. The Family Wealth Network, the whole nine, man. It's basically ain't even crunch time, man. It's about to be Cadillac in a minute, but we just gotta keep, we just gotta keep punchlining, man, and staying focused. That's the key. No matter if you go to the side, no matter if you get, even if you get knocked down.
Right.
I'm talking about don't stay down. Don't stay down. Just stay up and everybody stay focused and watch. Guaranteed, man. They say don't ever say guarantee, but I guarantee about this time, man, the Most High don't let the creek rise. And we all still breathing and healthy and alive. I believe these webinars are going to be even a little bit 100 times more exciting because you're going to see a whole lot of grins. And, everybody going to be grinning like, yeah, we all going to be just cheesy.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, hey, man, just look forward to it, and stay focused on it because it's not so much, like you said, it's about that, but you follow the money, that's where you'll see the people at.
That's right.
And that's who we want to get to is the people, because the people are the one that got the wealth and the revenue to make it. So, at the end of the day, if the people remember our name, man, we'll forever live on. So this system will live on even after we long gone. That's all I had to say.
Thank you very much, man. I always appreciate your word, Antonio. One of our core members of the Family Cash Machine. Somebody else want to say something? Here from one of our ladies. Come on, ladies, make yourself known here. Y'all got to represent now. Come on. Miss Sheree, you got something to add to the conversation today before we close out? What about Mrs. Champagne Carter? Can you guys hear me? All right, they must have fell asleep. Mrs. Sheree, are you there?
Yes, I am.
All right, I knew you wasn't asleep. I'm just joking. Do you want to add something to the conversation before we close out?
I think everything been said. I'm with the Ali 2KO. Hey.
She said, Ali, Boomaye. Hey, you know what? I was reading a disturbing article, and it was saying that, the cryptocurrency space right now is a male-dominated industry. And I want to actively go after more women. And because, a lot of our women are left with children and struggling with jobs and single parenting. And this would be perfect industry for them to be able to spend time with their children and still make the kind of money that they can provide for their children's lives. So we're going to make an effort, you guys, to get more, more of our women involved, because we need our women and we need them to be able to, acclimate to this new money and understand it and master it and be in a position where they can pretty much provide a great lifestyle for their children. But that was very disturbing article I read, and I've seen a couple of videos covering that. A couple of newscasters cover that as well. It is just very, 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 very lacking the women's presence in this industry, and that's not done by accident. That's by design, because a lot of men, we want to dominate everything and control.
I was just getting ready to add that when the male species is a dominant, tenacious species, and right now everybody chasing that turkey leg running down the street, and you gotta be you know what I'm saying? You gotta be tenacious, you gotta be tough, you gotta be ready to stick your toes in and grind. And I'm not saying it's not women don't like to do that, because women do stick their toes in and grind, but a guy do it by nature. So this crypto industry attracted the guy first. I mean, that's just what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Me, my wife, I drug her into this, like, hey, you gonna learn this with me, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just is what it is. But yeah, I mean, it take us guys to bring the females in. We got to bring them in and let them see what this is. That's all I wanted to add.
I do know a couple of women out there, boy. They run circles around some of the guys. So we just gotta make a conscious effort to bring this to their attention. That's all. And then some of them, you introduce them and they'll leave you behind. And so I'm gonna go ahead and close out, guys. It's been a great call, and I'm glad we did express that the classes are open. You do have a free course there, and we do have a free ebook that we're giving out to people to give them some value and understanding of what's going on, and so they can make their own decision as if they want to extract more of this information. So with that, you guys, it's Eric Vaughn, the Family Cash Machine. I see you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.
All right. Peace and blessings to everyone now.